So this is the electronic discovery reference model, and it's a reference model used as a standard, basically, for the discovery, recovery, production of electronic data. The data collection scheme is set up to ensure that electronic data is handled in both a cost-effective way, but also to make sure that we're producing records and information in court that are trustworthy. In case you haven't noticed, let me call it out again. We make it really, really clear what's first and foremost in this model, and that's information management. So basically what this model is saying to you is that if you get your house in order, clean up the information you have, lower the volume of it. Is there some stuff that's important? Absolutely. But is every piece of information in an organization important? No, no way. Then you'll have less information to pull through to figure out what's relevant in the case and what should ultimately be presented. So this is important because remember, it's not only about finding evidence to support the other side, it's about finding evidence to support your side of the case also. When you have that much information, you just can't find what you need. So believe it or not, my legal professionals, information governance people know what this is all about. I guarantee you, I probably had a third of you raise your hand when I said, what is this? If I had a room full of information governance professionals, hands would have been in the air raising, because we know what this is all about. Of course, it's a good sales point for us. But we get it. We get where we fall into the realm of this. And so what I hope happens by the time I leave today is that you guys understand where we fall in the realm of this. So the term information governance, and you're hearing me say it a lot, is used right now in the industry, and there's still some confusion around what it is. Some people use it to mean records management, some people use it to mean information management, but really information governance is something that is bigger than just records and information management. So I'm not going to read you the definition by Gartner here. But basically, information goes beyond retention and disposition, and when I say the word disposition, I mean destruction of data. To include privacy, access controls, and discovery, all the other things that happen to information. So when you're hearing somebody talk about records management, you're talking about 7% of a company's information. That's all that records are, is 7%. 93% is just information. So that's why we push so hard in my industry to not only be called records managers. So I'm not a records manager, I'm a records and information manager. And then when information governance lies on top of it, we bring in those other pieces. So when I'm talking about information, I'm not talking about you open a file cabinet and you've got neat little files. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about stuff that lives in shared drives, under desks, in drawers, on these handy-dandy little shared flash drives that make me nervous. And then what Marcus is going to talk about, web content, social media, all of that is considered information to us, and that's what we're responsible for managing.